Thursday morning drive to the office, and today I just want to quickly share a book I am reading. And by the way, do you read books? Do you like reading books? What is it? I love reading them, and something that I have learned over a year ago is reading very early in the morning. So usually the formula is before I retire to bed or just before I sleep, the last thing I will do is to read a book or read the book I am reading, or books for like the last 15-20 minutes. But recently I changed the formula. I started reading early in the morning. The reading will be the first thing I will do very early, because I'm a morning person, and I just create more time. And because of the importance I attach to reading, I do it so I put it quite as a priority on my to-do list for the day, and I start with it in the morning, so just to make sure I get it done. So kind of works for me, because sometimes you are like so tired in the evening, and sometimes I read like more than at least 2 books at a time, so sometimes the book I can't really assimilate them late in the evening, because I will be so mentally exhausted. So except it's really some nice romance, whatever novel it is that's just easy flowing, and then I can't assimilate it that easily reading it late at night. So I rather just read it very early in the morning. And so I'm reading this book, Think and Grow Rich. Some of you have read it probably, by Napoleon Hill. It's a classic, I think, and I think the name of the title of the book really defines it all. Think and Grow Rich. And he's all arguing most of it in the book that being rich, start with a state of mind. And that's why it's about think. So you become rich when your state of mind becomes rich, and when you start to accumulate wealth in your mind. So what is the state of your mind? Is it the poverty mentality you have, or the wealthy mentality, or the richness or the contentment mentality? So your state of mind is important in pursuing, no matter what it is in life. If it's about acquiring money, reaching a goal, doing something, it starts with that state of mind. So you have to see yourself acquiring or reaching that goal before you can be able to do it. So being rich starts with a state of mind, and Hill is all promoting this idea in his book about the different ways you could pursue in becoming rich, and it's been tested and proven by Andrew Carnegie, some of the founding fathers of the US, and Thomas Edison, founder of the electric bulb, and all those really great people we hear about. There's a mosquito in my car. Can you believe that? Oh my God, it's taking my attention. Oh God, get out. Stop distracting me. Gosh. Oh my God, my window glass is so slow, like it's backsliding. Perfect, it is out. Back to my video. Where was I? It's been tested by, this book is written probably more than 100 or so years ago. Very, very old classic. But when you read it, it's really, you can still find that there's so much truth in it. And it talks about so many ways we are thinking about riches, and so many of the ways that we live our life that are affecting our prosperity and positivity and all. And A lot of that is many of us think that we cannot do stuff, we cannot achieve stuff, we are born to be poor or to be on the lower class of whatever class, it's social class, income class or whatever. And that baggage of thinking has an effect on us. It has an effect of your mentality, because what you think, what you always think, will become magnetized to your mind and brain, and then you consciously and subconsciously will be reacting in that way. So it's important what you feed your mind. So the best thing you could do is, no matter how tough it is in your environment, tell yourself that you're going to rise above it, because people are rising above it. People are getting rich in Nigeria in the right way. So you could as well get rich if you believe in yourself and tell yourself that whatever it is, you are going to do to rise above the challenges in a positive and good way. So he defines that saying that success comes to those who become success conscious. So you become success conscious, you become money conscious, become definite in your purpose. And so you define these 6 steps of ensuring that this desire you have for becoming wealthy translates into something tangible. And step 1 is defining the amount of money. So many people say, I want to get rich, I want to get rich, I want to have plenty of money, but how much money do you want to have is the question. So you have to define that amount of money, and if you can't do that, look at how much you want to pay for rent in a year, for like your feeding, for your travels, for your training, for upkeep, paying your children's school fees, whatever it is. Put a figure to all that. Put the money you want to save, put the money as well, write it down for your health insurance or whatever insurance you pay. Put that all down, and put the money as well that you want to use and blow. So put that all down, and put a lot of buffer, like add no matter how many millions you want, and just write that down. You have to define the amount. Don't just say I want to get rich. It doesn't work like that easily. So it's better if you have a goal, a definite amount. It's easier to reach, and you can always know how far you are, from achieving that amount, hitting that target. So number 1, define the amount. Number 2, decide what you're going to give in return. So you can't get rich like that without giving back something. Yeah. So what will you give in return to earn that money? You have to write that down. Yeah. Third is timestamp. When do you want to acquire this money? Don't just say I want to get rich and I want to earn 100 million and start living your life. You have to define it. So do you want to get 100 million in 3 months? Then write it. I want to get 100 million in the next 3 months, not just 3 months vague. In the next 3 months, before we are in what year? 2019, right? Before 2019 runs out, today is October 2nd, you have exactly 3 months to earn 100 million naira. So you have a timestamp to that target you want to hit. Number 4, very important. It's as important as the others, but it's very important and very, very important, which is create a plan. How do you want to earn that money? You've defined the amount, you have defined the time that you want to earn that money. You've defined what you will give in return to earn that money. So how do you plan to get that money? It's important. And you start whether you are ready or not. You never start something when you are fully ready. Don't try and be a perfectionist or whatever, idealist or whatever it is, that you have to get all this before you get started. No. Whether you're ready or not, just seize the opportunity today, seize the moment and make it perfect. Yeah, that will be number 5. Morning. This guy is just interrupting my video. So yeah, I've arrived at the office and I have to pass through security. So yeah, you've created a plan, right? And then the next step is you have to define your, I call it the $1 million statement. So it is about writing down in a statement all these previous steps you have written. So you're going to mention that you plan to acquire 100 million naira in return for offering, say you're a graphic designer, graphic design skills you can word it like you want 100 million naira in the next 3 months by offering your graphic design skills. And this is your $1 million statement. You've put everything, the amount, the timestamp, what you intend to give in return, and the plan as well. So you have that, and you have to read. So Napoleon is mentioning that you have to read this statement daily, evening, and the first thing you literally do when you rise, right? So you have to do that so that it becomes magnetized to your brain, to your mind, that that you are going to earn this amount of money. So as you keep on repeating this daily and daily, it becomes part of your mind, and hopefully you're going to achieve it. Just give it a try, give it a shot. No matter what it is you want to achieve, not just financial independence or money, whatever it is, a goal, you have to define that goal. You have to mention how you're going to achieve that goal. You have to mention what you're willing to give in return, and creating a plan exactly to achieve that goal. So many people have goals, but there's no plan to achieve it. You have to write that down. I'm a person who writes, so I always advocate people write down what they want to do. It's easier, it's visible, and you become more held and compelled to do it, so because you can see it literally visibly. And if you can write your $1 million statement for somewhere being behind you, the back of your door, so you can see clearly every time you wake up, I recommend you do this. So if you want to read the book, you will find it in so many bookstores. I think it's a classic, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And if you define how much you want to earn before the year runs out, and you want to talk about it, reach me in my inbox on the comments down here on my YouTube channel, or anywhere on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, which other networking I am, social media side I am, but I'm all on the same channel with Sadiq Golma. So can't wait to talk about your wealth goals, and I wish you the best. Peace.